So I want to show you guys that. That's under Legendary Commander Supplies here. It just showed up like this last week. And these are bundles that you pay with free XP. Hold on. There it is. See? Bundles you pay with free XP. Now, some of you guys are saying, is it worth it? Is it not? It really depends, obviously, on where you are in the account. I've seen some people... Yeah, I can pause the music, sure. I've seen some people posting that, that they got a lot of mileage out of it. And I've seen others posting that they didn't get that much. Now, if you already have the ships, for one, you'll convert into credits. And I think that's the most important thing to mention. There are 3 ships up here that you could possibly get. Now, the nice thing about this is if you do pick up the ships, of course, then they're going to have the snowflake. You can go get that. That's some additional coal for these ships that you'll get. So that's kind of nice. Beyond that, though, yeah, you can see here it's 12 million credits for Lazo, it's 15 million for Duke of Yuck, and it's 5.5 million, just over that, for the Anshan for credits. So, if you've got the ships already and you're credit poor, it's an option if you've got a lot of free XP. Now, I think it's important we just step back for a minute and think about what free XP means. Free XP means skipping ships in a line, or if you're grinding up a line, it means skipping to the highest upgrade for that ship, right? So you immediately always free XP, for example, a hull. I always free XP the B hull in cruisers, destroyers, battleships, carriers. Doesn't matter. You get more hit points, you get better anti-air, and you get better steering, typically. So it's almost a no-brainer to do that. For battleships that have like an engine upgrade, I always free XP the engines. I always free XP the torpedoes for destroyers if they're going to really help. And I always free XP the guns. So those are things that I always do. And what that means is that I regard free XP very heavily in this game. Remember, guys, that free XP is also going to help you when it comes to grinding research points so that you can buy whatever ship that you want to buy for the research bureau. Okay, so I would personally say if you don't have a lot of free XP, hang on to it. I think you're better off finding other uses of that free XP. Okay, this is in place for people like me who have a ton of it. Now, that being said, free XP can also be used to get Elite Commander XP. However, I think it's a 1-to-1, or is it 1-to-100? I can't remember what the conversion is for free XP to Elite Commander XP. So, that's another use for it. And the point I'm getting at here is free XP gives you flexibility. Free XP gives you the ability to do a lot of things that you otherwise would have to grind. Okay. So personally, I wouldn't use it. It's 1-to-1. Okay. I wouldn't personally use it unless you've got a lot. What's a lot? I would say 5 million free XP and up. Again, your mileage may vary. The cost isn't that much. It's 12.5. So, what happens if I do all of them here? Can I just type 84? How much is that? It's 1 million free XP. So what am I going to get for 1 million free XP? Well, obviously, I'm going to get these 3 ships. If I already have the ships, I'm going to get the credits. All right. And then, of course, you've got coal. You've got additional credits. You've got Elite Commander XP. You've got boosts, XP boosts. You get a couple of camouflages. The camos don't matter so much as the economic boosts, in my opinion, that matter. You get some signal flags, and then you get a day of premium. Well, 5. So it's up to you, like, how much you want to do. It's 1 million. So again, if you're going to go all in for this, and I always tell people, you don't start these. I mean, it's 84. What are the chances that your first bundle is going to be a ship? Come on. If it's 84. So if you're going to do this, you have to be willing to do all of this, which means you're going to do 1 million free XP. So you've got to have at least 1 million free XP to do all this. If you don't, you absolutely shouldn't, in my opinion. If you do, well, Okay, you know, you can. Now, you can get a discount. As you can see, it's a 5%, and then it goes to 10%, and you can see that all bundles is 10%. So here's what I would do. If you really wanted to game the system here, I would, oh, hold on. You guys can't see this because of my camera. Where is, uh, uh? Well, I'll just drop it. That's easier. Okay. So you can see here that when you go up to 19, you get a 10% discount. If you don't have any of those 3 boats, then 1,000,000 free XP for 3 boats is a good value. Yes, if you have the free XP, and I would argue if you've got, you know, enough to keep doing what you're doing. So I don't. Again, everybody's going to be different here, okay? But in my mind, 2,000,000 is where you want to start doing the buy-in. If you already have the 3 ships, Demosur, it's probably not worth it. I completely agree with you. There's a couple other things that I would value pretty highly here. Elite Commander XP. I mean, if you think about it, you're not spending much free XP to get that, which is great. The problem is, where's the crap? The crap is going to be probably here, because these aren't that great, right? And you can see that's 20 right there. You know, I would say this is also garbage. So there's 30. This is probably not that worthwhile, 2,500 coal, right? So now you see where I'm going with. Over half of these are, I would say, not desirable. So that's why I'm thinking you go down here and if you're going to do this, you buy the first 19 because you get the 10% discount. If you go all the way to 84, it's still a 10% discount. So in my opinion, there's no reason to go all in. You go 19. Okay, did I get what I wanted? Yes or no? Okay, if I'm going to go in farther, I'm going to do another 19. Did I get what I wanted? You see where I'm going with this? You buy them in bundles of 19, in my opinion. Those 3 boats is costing about 220k coal if you bought them for coal. So 1,000,000 to preserve, 200 to well, sure. Again, it depends on everybody's accounts, right? Flint, the economy we work does make free XP harder to accumulate. Make no mistake, guys, there's a reason Wargaming did this. It's because there are people like me with millions of free XP sitting on their accounts with nothing to do with them. I also have almost 5,000 days of premium time. You might have noticed in the Lighthouse auction, people could go and throw in premium time for some bids. Why are they doing that? Because there's people with a glut of premium time as well, and they got nothing to do with it. These kinds of things are designed for people that have a ton of stuff to get rid of it. Okay? MiGs, 11,000,000 free XP, but you've got all the ships, so it's really only worth it for you then if, 1, you need the Elite Commander XP, or 2, you need the credits. I wouldn't care about anything else in this list. This is me personally. Like, I could care less about the coal. It's not a lot of coal, anyway. I mean, it's a decent amount, but like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I got 10,000 coal. No. I'm going to be like, yay, I got the credits that I need to keep grinding up a ship. I mean, 12,000 credits really helps once you get to tier 9 and tier 10 for the first time. If you're sitting on 11,000,000 free XP, you probably don't need the credits. That's a possibility too, Armored Prayer. So again, this depends on you. I can't really say much more than that. Really, this is all frankly up to you. What are you willing to part with for your free XP? What are you willing to gain? If you don't have the 3 ships, it's worth it to try. If you don't have 1,000,000 free XP, that's really tough. You could buy packs of 19 and see if you can get it. Just keep in mind, let's see. Let me pull up my calculator here. Pull up my calculator. So you got 19, first bundle, right? Then your second bundle is 19, right? Then your next bundle after that is another 19. Now you're 57. Next bundle after that is 76. So here's the problem. Once you're 57 in, now you're forced to go all in because you lose the discount. So, I mean, I just, like I said, do it if you want. If you don't want to, You don't have to. But this is for people that my personal issue with this is the I think they hit the target wrong. I think they missed the target. If their target is people like me with millions of free XP, then we got to have something that's worthwhile to convert it to. Ships are worthwhile, but somebody like me we're going to have these ships too. So I think if Wargaming's trying to clear out free XP, it's missing the target. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to jump on this that have like 100,000 free XP or less. And that sucks because what are they going to get? They're going to get, a bunch of garbage, maybe one good drop, and then they're going to have no more free XP, and then it's going to take them forever and a day to get back into grinding again. Yeah, SAT, that's a good idea. What about a coupon for a free tier 8 ship container or even a discount for a tier 9? That would be worthwhile. And somebody with several million free XP, clearly they've played the game a lot, right? Clearly they've been experienced. They've probably got a lot of other resources too. They've probably bought a lot of things. They've probably spent some money in the game. So why not reward them with a tier 7 ship container, tier 8 ship container, or a coupon or something? Like, to me, that's my frustration with this. This is all stuff that's great if you're a newer player. But if you're a newer player, you're not going to have the free XP unless you buy the doubloons to convert the free XP to buy this. Aha! Now we're starting to get somewhere, aren't we? Right? Ouch. Permanent economic bonus for a tier 10 or 11. Lager, I love it. That would have been I would go all in. If I could get a permanent bonus for a super ship. That's right, Puckhead. They are trying to make money. I know, right? Shocker. Shocker. Absolute shocker. But I do agree with you. Like, we need more to convince people to dump their hoards. Personally, in my opinion. For me, this was a nice action, even if I already have the ships, a bunch of credits for my regrinds. Hey, Coughlin, that's awesome. Again, everybody's experience is going to be different here. There's not much else for me to say, But, we have to remember, guys, this is Wargaming's game. Wargaming is welcome to do whatever the heck they feel like doing with their game. And it's up to you whether or not you're going to get the free XP or not. Is this the same as doing bundles for doubloons? You can make the argument that it is not because you're spending free XP, but as I just shared with you, if you don't have the free XP, the only way to get that free XP is to play the game like crazy and grind free XP, which you're not going to do quickly enough to get the bundles. You're going to have to buy doubloons to convert the XP into free XP to buy the bundles. So, anyways, I think that kind of covers the free XP stuff. I like that Wargaming is trying to come out with things to get people to spend other resources. I think that's great. I would love to see stuff for doubloons. I'd love to, like, other stuff that's more valuable than the regular things that they put out. And I'm not talking about like the jump, ahead with the early access garbage. I'd love to see them doing something with free XP. I'd love to see them doing something with credits. They released a whole bunch of really nice flags that are very credit expensive. To me, that's not worth it. Why not put some bundles off with that? Duckman, you're absolutely correct. This is a test case. Wargaming likes to test things and see what works. Obviously, the early access worked. We've had it for a couple of years now, right? Battle Pass. That's right. Exactly, Puckhead. So you can't fault them for trying. You can't fault them for trying to monetize you, the player, playing this game. That's how they survive. That's how they live. That's how they eat, right? That's how they keep going. So, this isn't meant to be a shame on you wargaming kind of a thing. It's literally, what do all of them cost in one shot again? Let me drop my camera and I'll share that here. Just under 1 million. 945,000, assuming you go all in right off the bat. If you buy a couple first and then decide to go all in, it's going to cost you more because you won't get that 10% discount. how many doubloons for free XP? So if I want to get 945,000 free XP, oops. 945, that's 37,800 doubloons to convert that all. How much is that in doubloons? Let's see. Premium shop. God, I'm so afraid I'm going to accidentally hit convert. Where's any mounted doubloons? Any number of doubloons. Here it is. All right. So that is 37800. That is $151.20. 151.20. So is it a 10 point or 3? I mean, I don't know how much it matters, but sure. Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah. I mean, again, it's totally up to you what you want to do with your free XP. I really, really don't think it's a good idea to convert doubloons to free XP. Even if you've got a ton of doubloons, I wouldn't do it personally. But again, that's personal, right? It's up to you what you want to do with this. The coup of boom flag, yeah. Anyways, thank you for listening, joining in. Buying the 3 boats outright is under 70. So, again, math. You have to do your own math based off of your own situation and what matters to you. So, there it is. All right. Sorry, what was that? Yeah. Again. Sure. $70 equals whatever, Dubs? I don't know. You go up. That would be half of that. So that would be what? Just under 20,000 is $80. So, there you go. Yeah. So, again, you have to decide if it's worth it for you. And I can't tell you it's worth it for you or not. I would consider myself a bad person for saying, go buy this. Don't buy this. Whatever. I gave you some use cases. I gave you some thinking. I gave you my thoughts when I looked at it. You, the player, make the ultimate decision. There you go. I will say, if you think this is good and you like it, then by all means, toss the free XP in because it tells Wargaming, hey, this is successful. Let's do more of this. If you don't think it's going to help you, don't do it. It's an optional thing. You're welcome, Philip. Glad to help. All right. So with that, I think it's time to get to our replay analysis portion of the stream, huh?